Hello, everybody, and welcome to our live reading sprints for the Breath of the Wildathon, the final live show before we end the readathon in a few days. I can't believe how fast time has flown, but we're excited to have you all here. We're excited to read. Let's kind of go around the room and share what we're going to be reading today. If you want to do an update on how your reading has been going through the readathon, feel free to. If not, no props. But Derek, do you want to take it away?
Hi, so I am Champion Derek, otherwise known as Maisie, and I will be reading the final chapters in the It Came From the Deep by Maria Lewis audiobook that's on Spotify.
Ooh. Oh, I'm excited. I really enjoyed that one.
I did too.
Good. Link.
So for this reading, I'm actually going to be reading this Avatar graphic novel, The Promise.
Yes!
So that's what I'm going to be reading today as my, it's like my bonus challenge for read in one sitting, and the dueling, oh my god, why am I spacing on the name of it? But the dueling bonus
The Dueling
challenge.
Peaks Tower?
Yeah, that one. The Dueling Peaks Tower, and I would say my reading for this readathon had a very rough start because I just had like a lot of like personal disasters that kind of got in the way of it, but then I've gotten really close to catching up in like the last 3 days somehow.
Amazing.
I know, like I'm almost done with my out of my comfort zone. I already finished my fairy fountain one. I'm about to do this one, and then I also finished my Baruto one, which I did do that. Yeah. I had to skip the out of the comfort zone one in the path, just because the original one that was going to be out of my comfort zone, I kind of lost and misplaced.
No.
So I kind of had to like make my way back around to that.
Yep. Oh, we love when that happens. I've been there for sure. Abosa.
Hi, I'm Champion Abosa, aka known as Rochelle. I have finished all of my books for the readathon, so I'm just picking up something fun. I'm currently reading The Chosen by J.r Ward, but I also have my copy of Rhythm of War, which I'm part way through, so I might switch into that halfway through today.
Ooh,
that looks
I love
intimidating.
That cover.
That
cover is stunning.
That is a thick boy. It is
Choco
over 1,200 pages long. So, we're steadily making progress. But it does have some lovely full-page illustrations, which is very exciting, which I won't show because they're spoilers.
But yeah, the cover is beautiful, though. I love the cover.
Yeah, the UK covers for those are stunning.
Yes, and mine, I got in early, so I have all of the tall same covers and on the shelf next to each other.
So Blake would be like cheering right now.
Yeah,
absolutely. I sadly did not get into them. Yeah. I didn't get into them early enough, so I have all of the split edition short ones, which also look lovely on the shelf, but I feel like it just takes up more space because they're shorter, so therefore they have to be wider.
Well, I have seen a number of them floating around at Bookfest over the years, so I'll keep an eye out for you. If I see some of the early ones, I'll grab them for you.
Good to know. Though I do think I have some of them signed by Brandon, so
yeah. Look, if you got signed copies, you keep that.
Yes. Yeah, I took like everything that I had when he visited for Supernova a few years ago, and I think the first one in the series has come out, and then maybe the second as well. I don't know. I have a few. But hello everybody. I am Zelda or Kaz, and today I'm going to be reading also Brandon Sanderson, Well of Stay. I've lost it a few times while reading. Well of Ascension, which is the second book in the Mistborn trilogy first era. I have still quite a lot to go. And in terms of reading overall, I think I'm also currently in the middle of the Hunger Games for the Dueling Peaks Tower Challenge. And then I have my Blood Moon / read whatever I want, because I've joined Team Rivali for this one. And I did have Sabola Burn, which is right out of my reach. Another chunky sci-fi, which I don't think is going to happen in 3 days. So I think I might swap it out because it's read whatever I want. So I'm going book shopping today. So I'm going to find something short. Or maybe I'll read one of the graphic. I was going to say, I've got many manga that you've sent me, Maisie. So maybe I'll read the Arslan one?
Oh my God. No, you need to read that because that's from the same author of Full Metal Alchemist. That's the only reason I said that. Yes. It's by the same.
I love Full Metal Alchemist.
It's illustrated by the same person who did that.
I was going to say, looks real similar. Okay, well, I'm putting this on the list. Thank you, Maisie. Yeah. I appreciate you.
I love Full Metal Alchemist. My heart.
So good. I've still been meaning to. Yeah, you go.
I read the second volume for this readathon. I think I don't know what challenge was it.
That's
and
right.
Just like one. I forgot that there's a major death that happens in the second of the 3-in-1 volumes that I can't talk about because it'd be spoilers. But when it happened, I was just like, why do I have to experience this pain again? I watched it once in the original, once in Brotherhood, and now this.
Oh, FMA, amazing.
Yeah,
I'm just like, part of me is like, wait, which one is it? But like, I don't want you to spoil it, but I also want to know, like, because there's a couple that destroy me. So.
Red, I love your hat.
He had
a little kid.
Oh yeah, no.
Literally. So I think Blake, were you the one I was talking about that with recently, where we were talking about how painful it is? Because you mentioned it to me, and I'm like, why would you remind me of that? Why?
Literally, every time I think about it, it's just.
I think you sent me like a meme or something, and I'm like, how dare you? How dare you bring back that pain into my life?
I think that one, and then like the father and the daughter with the dog is also one of the most saddest ones.
That's the one we were talking about, right?
I thought that's the one we were talking about.
No, I was talking
about. That is like the most sad to me.
I was talking about the one with Ed's pseudo father figure from the.
Yeah. Yeah, that hurt too. Both
wow. I came into this and I'm so psyched about reading, and now I just feel pain. Nothing but pain. Like, wow.
Like, I'm kind of glad I read that off stream, because if that had happened, I would have been like,
I know, like I know I'm dressed in black, but that doesn't mean I was coming in for pain today.
Fair enough.
But welcome on in, Blake. Yay, I'm glad you can make it. We've almost, now that you're here, you can finish up little introduction, what you're going to be reading today, and an update on how your readathon's been going.
Yeah, so my readathon has been awful. Not because of the books, but just because I haven't had any time. So I just finished reading my first book of the readathon 3 or 4 days ago. And that was Her by Dan Simmons, which was fantastic. It was great, but it was also 750 pages long. So,
realistically, 3 books worth. So you've done
great.
and
then I just finished reading Every Heart a Doorway, which I loved. It was short and sweet, and I loved it. And now I just started Jade City. So
yes,
that's what I'm going to be reading. I'm so excited. The vibes I've gotten from the first couple chapters are already just so good.
It's so good. I got the audio.
I love a good audiobook. Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh, hello. So there's a lot of comments that we've missed, but I'm excited to see all of the books that you guys have been reading. A lot of great things. Me personally, very much excited. Where did I see this comment? Where did it go? Priory, hello. Fantastic.
Ooh.
I love that for you.
That's awesome progress.
Yeah, absolutely. So many. Oh, Poppy War, Girls in the Garden, My Dark Vanessa, Lies, Medalon. Oh, this is one that I own and have been meaning to read for a little while. I hope you're enjoying that, Steg. So many exciting books. This is interesting. Is Arslan a Iranian character? Because the name is.
I think from what I remember, because I read it before I gifted it to you, because of course. But what I remember, it's sort of set in a fantasy sort of realm. So it's sort of like Aslan is like, and this is on like the back of the first volume anyway. He's like a prince that was either captured or he was like exiled, and he's like going back to take back the land that he rightfully is heir to, and it's his adventure, and it's just so good. And the cover for the anime opening is fire.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So.
Hello, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
And hi, Kate. Just got home from a
That
part.
is a good idea.
I was going
is
to
a
say,
good
that
idea.
sounds like a fantastic idea, Kate. Like,
Highly recommend.
I love that.
I know.
love that.
I was like, at least of three of us, I can say that at least three of us in this chat right now have done it many a time.
Yes. 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 You've got this. We believe in you.
You can do it.
I'm on the same train. I'm on the same
I
train.
believe in you.
You got
if
this.
If I can basically catch up in 3 days, I believe in you, because
Okay,
I'm
I'm reading Jade City, and then I'm reading Jade War, and then I'm gonna try to read things we lost to the water.
You can
But
do
if
it.
I
I've
finish
seen
the
you
Jade
do.
books, I'll be happy.
I've seen you do a lot more than that in less time. I'm not concerned.
Fair enough.
It is a very interesting experience.
It's a great experience, honestly. Especially when you hit emotional parts, you just feel it. You feel it.
Feel everything
Yeah,
so
especially
much more.
listening to an audiobook or like reading a graphic novel. Fantastic while drunk.
Although I feel like listening to audiobooks while drunk, I'm just like more likely to get like off track and be like, wait, what was I listening to? Or like giggling at parts I should not be giggling at. And just like, they said that.
That was inappropriate.
That was like me like listening to that like smutty romance book as my out of my comfort zone, and I'm like literally like listening to it and I'm like
like romance audiobooks are fine until you get to the smutty scenes, and then it's just like, oh, okay.
And I'm like a very like, and the thing is, I'm a very comfortable like sex positive person too, but I was still like the way things are phrased sometimes in the romance books, like the phrases they use, and I'm like
yeah.
Whenever
anybody talks about sheathing, I'm like, stop.
That was
get
one
out.
of the ones that was used again. Like literally, he was like, and I touched her sheath, and I'm like, not again.
My
favorite
me,
is
like the phrase "sheath" is worse than like moist. I don't know what it is. I just hate it. I hate it so much.
I don't think anything can top
all of us.
Yeah, I don't think anything can top his thing was wrapped like soft steel.
Yeah, and like velvet wrapped steel.
I'm concerned about that.
What?
I'm very concerned about that.
Velvet wrapped steel, sir. You may need to go to a doctor.
Also, sometimes I'm like, you're writing about this. I'm like, have you ever actually had sex? That's not how the body works. Like, also, Urbosa, I saw you like raising your hand about something. It looked like you had one to add to it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Completely forgotten. I'm just like on the train, and
like, don't get me wrong. Like, I kind of enjoyed like the fast pace of the romance and stuff, and it's totally like fun to read. But there are just like lines in there that I'm like, like I was literally listening to it in a coffee shop. I had my AirPods in, nobody could hear me listening to it, and I was still like turning the volume down. I'm like, I definitely put a book out of my comfort zone, like, because I never read them, so it's like unusual for me, you know.
And then in public, that
was, you know, that was a choice that I made. And I was like, what if occasionally oh my god.
Yep. Like historical.
I wanted to say something. I was about to say something extra inappropriate, and I'm like, nope, we're on live stream. I should not make that joke. Do not make that joke.
Do not make that comment.
I will. I was like, I was about to be like, oh, but no, don't do it.
Leave it for the personal chat after. All right, we have reached 20 past. Let us read for the next 20 minutes. Best of luck. Happy reading, everybody.
get cozy.
All right, that concludes our first sprint. How did you do?
Got one chapter finished and then started another chapter. So I'm on to chapter 11 out of 13.
Beautiful. I got 15 pages read.
I read 69 pages.
I did 19
Amazing.
pages.
I read about 15 pages. I'm 2 chapters in.
Wonderful. Oh, amazing. 35.
35. Oh my god.
Stunning.
Yay.
Finish a graphic
Go.
novel. Amazing. 15, 6.5, 20. Wonderful. Oh my god, 38. Incredible. Oh, wow. Oh. Lovely. I now
Doing
want
it
pizza
well.
at 10 o'clock in the morning. Brilliant, brilliant. Oh, I'm scared to see where things go. Things are happening with the characters, and I'm a lot anxious.
Wait, how far are you, Kaz?
Pretty far, like a little over halfway. This Zane character makes me angry.
Oh, I'm not gonna say anything, but just
Yep.
mm,
Yeah.
The upset
Yeah,
I feel that I am focused on reading and not watching your reactions right now is it's high.
I didn't even think about that. I was so absorbed. Like I'm so in this like gang
I love
conflict, like family clan shit. Like I am just
Yes.
like sucked in. I'm like, what? Where am I? I was here.
It's so good. Yes.
How are
I
you
really
enjoying
need
the
to
promised
continue
link?
the series. Link?
But I got zoned out.
How are you
It's
enjoying the promised?
good. No, it's good. I really I love Tough always. Like she's just amazing. She cracks me up. Also, it's like really weird because there are 2 characters that keep calling each other sweetie, and I'm like, can you not?
Oh yeah. I was like,
Can you not? Like,
Yeah,
it's just annoying, and I'm like, God. I was like, yeah, and even also like calling each other sweetie just feels like such a like old school like pet name at that. So
Okay, have you seen You season 2?
yeah.
Yeah, it feels like Joe and Love calling each other like "I wolf you," like that kind of stuff. Like that's the vibe. Whenever people say "sweetie," I'm like, you need to stop.
And I feel like it's usually either, and I think it's like partly because I often associate Sweetie as more of like a parental pet name for like a child. Like if my mom calls me Sweetie, it's one thing, but like there's, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like oftentimes when people say it, they're like, oh, Sweetie, it's usually like a condescending thing.
Yeah,
So
very
like
true.
between partners, it just feels like, as one of the other characters puts it, it gives him the oogies, and it gives me the oogies reading it. So I'm like, the oogies.
Yeah.
That's how like one of the characters. I don't want to like. I'm not trying to spoil anything because
Oh,
if I say,
you're reading.
if I say,
the
yeah.
Avatar. Okay,
So I'm
I get it
like,
now. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So like, I don't want to give any spoilers for saying who because it would spoil some stuff of the show.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that. That's why I'm not specifying characters. But there's another character that said it gives them the oogies, and I'm like, yeah, relatable. Which is funny because, like, according to a random Instagram astrology account, I am that character, and I'm like, yep.
I love that.
Yeah, that graphic novel is so good, Red, but the next one is so good.
I think The Search is my favorite.
Yeah, that's the next one.
That's
the one where they go find Zuko's mom.
That's the one I'm really excited for because that was like the whole thing surrounding Zuko's mom is, and again, saying that vaguely is not a spoiler, but the whole thing around Zuko's mom is a big part of the reason I wanted to start the graphic novels because I need answers that I did not get in the show.
Exactly. Exactly. Also, I love this because every time I do a live show, we end up talking about food, or I order food. So I can relate. I do have frozen pizza, but it's early in the morning for that.
I know,
Not that I would be against eating pizza for breakfast. I would do it. I do it quite frequently.
I feel like if I'm eating pizza, Kat usually is, which is always funny. Or it's because I was eating pizza and she is like, Hawaiian, and then she orders it. So we always end up eating pizza on like the same days.
It's like if I see pizza, I then have I will often think about ordering pizza myself, but if I see it or I see someone eating pizza, then I then have to go and order pizza. I'm very impressionable.
That is a weird little thing. Like you just see a random pizza and you're just like, I need pizza now.
Yeah. Yep. It happens too frequently.
I'm just hungry.
I also will say, Link, that I'm not going to spoil it, but in Legend of Korra, if you've ever watched that, when you meet a certain character and he has a flying bison that's named Oogie, you like that, like when I read that comic and that connection was just like, oh my god.
Oh, I didn't even make that.
I didn't even like put that together.
Yes, so
oh my gosh, that's actually perfect.
Yes,
yeah.
So like, which considering where Legend of Korra starts off, it's very sad.
Every time one of the old characters from the first show showed up in Korra, I was just like,
yes,
I know. And also the fact that they gave like those characters, because they're obviously like now old, right? And they gave those characters like such. Like you showed that there was a lot of changing in those characters because they did grow old, and that meant they went through a lot of changes since. Like you saw that a lot with like Toph, for example, right? You saw a lot of like, and you got to see how she is now versus where we left her because there was a lot of stuff in between. And I love how they were old, but they weren't the same. There were like elements that we recognized about them that they are the same characters we knew, but they're also not because all this time passed. And I just appreciated that.
I agree. Yeah.
I would highly recommend the comic Toph's Metal Bending Academy, which is a standalone Avatar comic that got released, I think, either last year or this year, and that was really good. Like the standalone ones where it's just focused on a singular character.
Yeah. Like I've been meaning to read it for a while, and I've owned this one for a while. I just hadn't actually like read it yet because I have this thing where sometimes like I need to like take a break after I finish a rewatch of them. Right, because I have the like the show in my head so much that like I kind of need to like separate myself and then go into it. Otherwise, I'm just like mourning the fact that I'm reading it and not watching it.
Yeah, I'm overdue for a rewatch. Honestly,
me too. I want to rewatch them again.
I've rewatched them too many times.
Yep. Countless.
I mean, I feel like it hasn't been that long since I rewatched it, but I kind of want to rewatch them again though. Especially like specifically Avatar, like Legend of Korra probably too, but definitely Avatar because Avatar is the one I rewatch the most.
Same. It's definitely too soon for me to watch it with Alex, but I'm like, so it's always time for Avatar. What are you talking about?
You can always watch it with me.
Exactly. Such a good feel-good show. You can just put it on all the time in the background.
I know.
Oh,
so much.
It still makes me feel all the feelings all the time.
It's like legitimately good. Like the story and the character development is like from a storytelling perspective, it's legitimately good, and they are not afraid to go dark when it's necessary.
Very true.
I also think the backdrop of a war was the perfect setting to tell most of these stories because you can do a lot with the backdrop of it setting with a war. Like it's a very episodic. And like some episodes are self-contained, and I think that that's like better than like a serialized. Like it was allowing them to see Zuko's perspective and Iroh's perspective, and there were episodes that focused on characters that that weren't part of the main cast. And I just think that it was a very well done show.
And especially when they talk about the complexity of everyone who's affected by that war, like even Fire Nation citizens who are just people, right? Like not all Fire Nation people are like evil, right? They're not. They're just people.
Yeah.
Well, like the kids in the school. Like the Fire Nation school. Like they were being taught history that was written by the people who won. And, you know, and then Anger's like, well, there's more to life than this, and let's have a dance party. And then everything, it was great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
precisely. This is a show that I need to watch, actually. I've been meaning to pick
Merlin was such a good show. Merlin was such a good, and then the ending just is so just not satisfying. It just hurts.
That's the worst. I hate when endings aren't satisfying.
Talking about?
Game of Thrones ended at season 6.
Yeah.
Like, Game of Thrones ended at like season 5 or season 6. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. Anywhoozle, it is time for another reading sprint. We'll go for 30 minutes this time. So we'll catch you in a little while.
I actually got to head out, but it was wonderful sprinting with you guys.
It's good to have you, Blake.
Bye.
See you, Blake. Bye. What a brat.
As if you aren't about to leave as well.
I know.
Oh. puppy. I
Alrighty, so that is another reading sprint done. How'd you do that time? I think I managed 22 pages. And also, I think we're going to do one final sprint now that we've finished this one. So we'll be here for just a little while longer.
I got 30 pages done.
Brilliant.
got halfway through chapter 12, so I've got 20 minutes left in that chapter.
Oh, exciting. Slow progress is still great progress indeed. Oh no, Jay, I'm sorry you're sick. Not ideal, but yes, can't complain about reading time. Fantastic. 20, 20, 28, doing so good. Have you finished, Red, or are you close to finishing?
I'm pretty close. I got about 70 more pages in, so I'm pretty close.
Amazing. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, you're so close to finishing. 40 to go. You can do it. Perhaps in the next sprint. Let me just...
I'm going to use this time to hop off because I gotta finish getting ready and get my pups all situated before I leave. Do you want to come say hi? Want to come say hi?
Please.
Yes, yes, yes.
I would like to see the baby.
Oh, the baby.
Oh,
Oh, hello, boy.
so cute.
Oh.
This is my baby. His paws smell like corn chips.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, sweet papa.
I love him so much.
Fantastic. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Oh, he's such a good boy.
He's a good
Sleepy boy.
He's sleepy. He's always sleepy.
Yep.
Sleeping is his
Can
favorite
relate.
hobby. Right next to sunbathing. He also loves to sunbathe.
Well, I
Can't
have
relate
healthy
on that
dogs.
front.
They sleep for
Yes.
16 hours a day. So as long as he's sleeping 16 hours a day, he is a happy boy.
Oh, to have the time to sleep for 16 hours a day.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Usually what he does when I leave is he just jumps on my bed and goes to sleep there. It's like if I'm home, he'll just like lay as close to me as possible. If I'm on the couch, he'll be on the couch. If I'm like at my desk or something, he'll lay on his pillow right by the desk. Otherwise, if I'm not home at all, he usually just jumps on my bed and goes to sleep there.
Yeah. My dogs will steal my dressing gown from off my bed and just drag it onto the floor and snuggle with it while I'm
Yeah. If I leave any clothes around, he'll like lay in those too, and I'm like, you just want, they just want it to smell like you.
Yeah, they just want to smell you. So good. So good.
Exactly.
Sweet baby. Now I want to go get my children. Let's bring my babies.
One of
I wish
mine was
I-
settling by my leg while I was doing the reading sprint, and she was trying to do paw, where she like reaches up with both paws and puts them on your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And then I realized she was covered in mud and muck, and I was just like, why?
Really?
What have you done?
So
No, thank you. Oh,
Oh.
he's just like, yes, I appreciate this attention. It is what I deserve.
Yeah.
And he honestly, he always is really good. He really puts up with me because sometimes I like will randomly just dance with him and be like,
Yeah, I do that with my dogs as well.
I just like seeing his head bob, like
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do like a little ballroom dancing in the kitchen with
Oh,
mine.
Bless.
It's so
Bless.
cute. So cute.
he's so warm.
Alas, my parents'
Okay,
cat does
got to
not
see.
like to be touched or held. So you're lucky if you pick her up and she lets you do that for like 5 seconds. Usually she's just like, no, none of this. No
Yeah, I
attention.
mean, I like cats, but your problem is that you have a cat. Not a dog.
I know, my parents never got into the idea of getting a dog, and I was like, but it would be so much fun.
it's also a lot of work as well, and
It is.
that's also part of because it's a lot of work to like we've got 3 dogs, and it's a lot of work. Even
Okay.
with the pseudo dog training, but it's just like a lot of work. Speaking of dancing, my dog hates it when I dance. She'll jump up and push me.
No.
I'm really
No.
lucky because my dog is he's very easy. He's such an easy dog. Like, you know, he'll go to bed when I'm ready to go to bed. He'll wake up when I'm ready to get up. He's a really good boy. Like, he just, you know, the only thing is like he might bark at another dog when we're out on a walk, but that's about it. Other than that, like he's really good. He never runs away from me. Nothing. So
Yeah, that's normal dog behavior though, like
night.
barking at other dogs. Like that's not
yeah,
like
and
that's
honestly,
normal.
like I kind of like hush him, but when people sometimes give me like weird looks, and I'm just like, he's a dog. What do you want me to do? He's still a dog. Like
Yeah.
dogs sometimes they will bark at other dogs. Like that's the one thing that like he's just persistent on. There's like nothing that I can do
It's how
to
they
train it up.
communicate. It's how they communicate. Like they bark at each other.
And like he's
Like
not gonna do. He literally will bark, but he's not gonna do anything. Like he's honestly a
So
big chicken,
beautiful.
so he's not gonna do anything. Like he's never gonna he's not gonna fight your dog. Nothing like that. Like he's small and he's literally like too terrified to ever actually do anything. He's not gonna do it. He just wants to bark. He just wants to make his presence known to the other dog, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like
Communicate.
at the end of the day, you're giving me a dirty look, and it's like, I have a dog. You have a dog. Dogs bark. Like, what are you doing with the dog? You're like weirded out by dogs barking. Like, don't be giving my dog like the evil eye because, like, no.
Yeah. That's so sad they were dumped on the highway. Oh my god. Oh, so glad that they live with you now, though. Getting so much love and a great look at the cute pupper. Oh, shy.
I
This
am going to
is
go ahead and head off
Phoebe.
before you start reading again. But thank you guys.
Bye.
Okay.
Good to see
Love you all. Have a
Bye.
good night.
Oh, no. There we go. Dog time. I was like, we need to see the dog. Excuse me.
Yes. This is one of my 2 babies. This is Phoebe.
She's so
She's being
beautiful.
so beautiful. Yeah, hi, baby. Did you miss me? Was I shut the room away from you? Unacceptable, mummy.
I agree, though. I'm also not allowed pets in my apartment, which makes me sad. Though the thing is, I would want a bigger dog, which just also I'd not be okay with in a tiny apartment because they'd have no room to run around. So it's like in the future, if I can ever afford a bigger place.
Look, if you can't have dogs in your apartment, when you get a chance, just come up to Tamworth. We've got 3 dogs and an acreage where you can run around and do everything.
Yes. Oh, brilliant. I may just take you up on that.
Yeah,
Chickens! Chimkins!
I got
Do they
chased
like
by a
to
chicken
dance?
once.
Oh, no.
I was working at a retirement home, and yeah, there was like a ward where you had to like serve high tea to these people who like have like behavioral issues. And there was a chicken in the yard, and I stepped outside to call one of the residents in, and this chicken just chased me inside, like it like chased me from the back, and I was just like,
Uh-oh. No. Oh, what kind of bird? That's exciting. Alas, I has no pets. Considering getting an axolotl, I've wanted to get one for a long time.
I had to babysit next to 2 dogs last night, and I was just like, okay, God, 5 is my limit. 5 is the limit.
It. Oh my gosh, your dad has alpacas? I love that. I love that.
We have alpacas across at our new house. Like the house across from us has alpacas in the yard, and they'll stare at us when we come over. It's like,
hello. Amazing. Might have been a young rooster, yeah.
Hi, Brian. Hello, come in.
Do we have puppies?
Oh, yeah. So many puppies.
Here we go.
Oh,
here we go. This is Briar. This is the newest therapy dog that's going to be available for therapy in Tamworth soon. Hello. All right, I'll put you down.
I just want to love a little fur ball.
Come on, toy.
Nice butt.
Hello.
All right.
Oh, you're not going to come up, are you? No, you're not.
I've sent my distraction away.
Yep. Just in time for the next reading sprint.
They are now content.
Brilliant.
Julie has got love, so she is now content.
Wonderful. Final sprint of this session, guys. Oh, hi, Adna. How are you? Diving into our final sprint. So we're going to go from 20 minutes from now. See you guys in a little bit. All right, that wraps up our last sprint. How did you do that time? I managed... I don't know the math. What is it? 18? Yeah, 18 pages.
I got 19 done.
I
Fabulous.
finished chapter 12. I'm in the middle of chapter 13, and the last sentence was, "You don't think someone's going to nurse a half man, half fish in the back of a ute?"
Just very casual.
Super casual. Exactly.
It's really been good rereading this book.
Hello. Amazing. 21 pages, 48 pages, 18. Brilliant. Such great progress. I'm inching my way closer to the end of the book, and I'm actually really scared. I don't want to finish it, but I do. But I don't, but I do.
I think
just like no reaction from Rochelle.
Like everyone ever who reads like a book, it's like, I want to end, but I don't want it to end because that means it's finished and I'm scared. And if it's at least you're lucky that there's other books in the series.
Oh, so a ute is, this is how we spell it for this person. It's like a car with a tray at the back. What, pickup truck?
Similar to a pickup truck.
Yeah, similar to a pickup truck.
Yeah, just the Aussie way of saying it.
Also kind of interesting because this book was her third book that came out, and yet the characters didn't make an appearance to at least, I think, like the Rose Daughter, which is the second last book that's coming out. So rereading that after reading how these two characters go in the second to last book is actually really interesting in hindsight.
Because like in all of her books, is it all set within the same world?
So kind of,
like it's obviously our world, but supernatural elements.
Yeah, so I kind of pictured it as urban fantasy. Like there's our world, but then there's the supernatural world that's mixed into it. And a lot of the books focus on a particular event, but different characters during this particular event. So we start off with Tommy Grayson, who's a female werewolf, and then we go to my favorite character, Casper, who is a medium with one arm and is great. And there's witches and werewolves and all this sort of stuff, and it's just great. Like it's so, like the final book is like ramping up to like, we have a council of supernatural creatures. So now let's go forth and do the final battle. And I'm excited.
Exciting. Very exciting.
But scared.
Yeah.
Scared.
Low-key terrified.
Always scared.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
You have plastic in your fur.
I love dogs. They're great. It's just like making no goddamn sense.
Pulled that out of her, and she's just like looking at me like, "Look what I got," and I'm like,
I
don't know how.
Where did you get it?
Mommy, look what I found.
Exactly.
So good.
Well, I think we'll probably be wrapping up this session in a few minutes. Anything exciting that you have planned for today? How are you spending your weekends? Doggy distractions?
Same as I spend every weekend for the last couple of months, moving.
Oh, delightful. Slowly chipping away.
Like it's skip bin day, so it's like clean out everything that we don't want to move day. So this is exciting, and so we're getting there slowly but surely.
Good. Moving is such a hassle.
I had a full day of D&D yesterday, so I'm going to be recharging my social batteries today and just not talking to anyone.
Yeah, I've got D&D tonight at 5. I'm very, very excited.
Yay! Woohoo! Very exciting.
What character do you play?
I'm in a couple of campaigns at the moment, so I play a homebrew Genasi Tempest Cleric in my partner's campaign, but the character that I played yesterday, her name's Ophelia, or she goes by O, and she is a mountain dwarf battlesmith artificer, so she's got like a little robotic companion.
Oh my god.
She is phenomenal, and I love her so much.
This was like my first campaign, and so I'm playing a shepherdess turned priestess, tiefling cleric with survivor's guilt and issues. So,
yes.
So it's very much going to be like, and yeah, she's got like a red gem that's cursed at the moment, and I'm just like, this is so fun.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot. It's a lot of social battery.
It is a lot of social battery.
That's interesting. I mean, half of the car is outside. Open to the outside, technically.
Open to the world.
Indeed.
Also, we were talking about Avatar earlier, and I don't know if I mentioned this to Kaz already, but there's actually an Avatar RPG that's come out.
Mm-hmm.
So you can play as a like firebender, airbender, and like my dungeon master or DM is like, look, after this campaign, if we've got like 5 minutes, we're going to play it. So I'm just like, she's like, do you want to join? And I'm like, yes, I want to play the Avatar role-playing game.
Yeah. How dare you even ask that question?
Exactly.
And also that
yes.
There's the Jane Austen one where you get to write your own Austen type story, and I'm just like, I need this in my life, but also I have enough commitments at the moment.
Yeah. D&D tends to become all-consuming. You're at work, you're playing D&D, and then you're recharging your social batteries to play more D&D. Great.
Amazing.
Come,
amazing.
Join us.
I will one day.
I think we've got a 5-hour session planned today, so we're going from 5 to 8 or something like that. So
yeah, I think we did 6 hours yesterday. So we played from 11 till 5. It was a lot.
Yeah, that does sound a lot, but also sounds like a lot of fun.
It is, especially if your DM is not taking everything as seriously. Like we had a rave in a cave. Like there was like we could pick different lights that was going off, and it's so fun.
Great.
One of our players, there was a chase sequence, and he took a bead that turned him into a werewolf for an hour, but not in front of any of the other characters. So there's just a random werewolf running around in the forest with us, and we're just like, oh, fuck!
Oh my god.
So that turned into PvP immediately.
Amazing.
Just like, what is this random werewolf doing while we're trying to chase down this other character? What is happening?
Oh my god. Chaotic.
So much
I love it.
It's so fun.
It's so much fun.
Brilliant.
Yes. Yeah. I'll be recharging from that.
Yes. Much needed by the sound of it. But I think that wraps up our live show today. So thank you everybody for joining. I hope you had a great time reading, and best of luck for the rest of the readathon if you're also joining in on the Breath of the Wildathon. Otherwise, just happy reading and enjoy vibing. Yes, we'll see you all later. Bye.